Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about the Manny MUA palette. And I know it came out like a year and a half ago, so people are probably like, girl, you're way behind on that one. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this is that currently the Manny MUA palette is on sale on the Make Up Geek website, and it's marketed as, or it's said to be, a damaged palette. As to how damaged it is, it doesn't really say on there. So I remember when it came out, I wasn't like super, when the Manny MUA palette came out, I wasn't super into makeup, so I didn't pick it up. And it was limited edition, so I had seen plenty of videos on it after it had been out for a while, but I just never got the opportunity to buy it. So by the time that, sorry, my hair is a mess. So I just never got the chance to buy it. And then when I saw that it was on sale for, so right now it's $35 and originally it was $45. So when I saw that it was on sale for $35, I was like, oh, maybe I'll think about getting it. But it's kind of like a, well, how damaged is it? So I read a lot of the reviews of it online, and everybody was like, oh, this was such a great deal. It only had like a nick on one of the shadows, it wasn't even, you could barely tell it was damaged. So ultimately I did decide to pick it up, and that's why I chose to do this video today. It's not so much like a review of the Manny MUA palette, it's more so like, I mean, it is my thoughts on the palette, but it's also how damaged was my palette. Was it worth it to save $10, but get a damaged palette? So just to start off, if for those of you who don't know, Manny MUA is or like a pretty big YouTuber. He has like 3 million or 4 million followers. He's one thing that stands out about him is he's a guy, and men in the beauty world is not as common as women. So he is, a male, and he's a super popular YouTuber. He does have a lot of collaborations. So he did this one with Make Up Geek. He did one with, or he had like liquid lipsticks with Ofra. He does a lot of Morphe brush stuff, and then he did like a collab with Jeffree Star, sorry. So he is pretty popular. So just to get started, this is what the palette came in. It's just the box. So it says Manny MUA. He's like really into, I think like when he was growing up, he was really into Sailor Moon. So he has a lot of like astronomy type themes to his stuff. And what's interesting about this packaging is it kind of, there was a controversy behind it with like Black Moon in their packaging, because it's considered to be similar, but I don't know. I mean, it's a matte box with holographic stuff. I think everybody's into holographic stuff. And then they had like the moon on it too, but I don't know. So on the back, it has a picture of Manny, and then he like, quote from him saying, he made the palette for any skin color, and he wanted to be sure that anybody could use it. So then getting into the actual palette, so the front is just like classic Make Up Geek palette art. This part is, I don't know what it's called, or embossed or whatever, so this like, the lines here stick up a little bit, and it's kind of like, I don't know, like an almost like light pink color a little bit. But it's heavier than I thought it would be, which is kind of nice. Like, it doesn't feel cheap because it's actually pretty heavy. The back has Manny MUA's name on it, and then it has the names of all of the shade colors, and then the little moon. So, as stated, astrology stuff. And then I really should have looked this up. I'm not exactly sure how many of these are only in the Manny MUA palette, or how many of them are shades that are just Make Up Geek shades that you can just buy as singles. I'm not sure. I did read online that if you were, like, some of these shades you can't buy, but they're like duochrome, so it's like they're worth more, so they're worth like $10. So if you were like to buy each individual shade in here, it would be like 60, 62 or $67, somewhere in there. So there's that. Mind you, I did have to pay $5 for shipping. So it was $35 for this damaged palette and then another $5 for shipping. So it was $40 in total. So then when you open it up, you do get a mirror, which is a decent sized mirror. And then, so I guess I'll show you the palette. A little bit of a spoiler here of what happened. So as you can tell, this shadow, which is one of the like more jewel tone shadows, it's called Luna, and I think it's one of the ones that you can only get in this palette, came smashed for me, and it was really disappointing because when I was thinking about getting this palette, the biggest color that I was like most excited for was this one, the Insomnia, because it's like a reddish greenish color. It's really unique, and then this one was second. So it just kind of sucked that the color that I wanted, this the second most, was smashed. I ended up taking some isopropyl alcohol to it, and I did, manage to fix it a little bit, but it still just kind of like was a bummer. So I think that's just something to keep in mind. I'm not trying to come up here and complain about it because it's just part of I bought it damaged. That's something you're taking a gamble. I guess I just more so if you're somebody who didn't get the Manny MUA palette and you were kind of interested in it, and then you see that, oh, they have some online, but they're damaged, but it is a little cheaper. Are you willing to gamble that you can get shades that are smashed? That is a possibility. It's not just nicks and chips in the palette, And then additionally, this one was chipped a little bit too. So the colors that I got, let's see, we got Artemis, which is this color, and then Beaches and Cream, Luna, Cosmopolitan, Sora, Frappe, Insomnia, Mars, and then Aphrodite. So I guess I can just do some quick swatches with this, just so you guys know. I did do this eye look today with this palette. I don't really have the best lighting, and I'm not a makeup artist, so I originally filmed this video and I was trying to do like a first impressions, like me trying to do an eye look with it, and it just turned out to be a fail. So I had to refilm my video. So I'm not gonna do that again because, like I said, not a makeup artist. You guys probably aren't gonna learn anything from me about how to do your eyeshadow, and I don't really have great lighting. So yeah, but I'll do some swatches real quick. So let's see. So this one's the first one. Artemis is okay. Let's see. Beaches and Cream. The first time I did swatches of this was like really disappointing. I was like, ugh. Luna's still beautiful, even though I had to fix it. Okay, let's see. And then there's Cosmopolitan, which is a really pretty color. So today the Subculture palette came out, and I really was thinking about buying it. But then I'm also like, ooh, this one's really dry. So the color Mars is really dry, but oh, it swatched better this time than it did the first time. Okay, sorry. So the Subculture palette came out today, and I was really thinking about getting it, but I'm also really cheap. So I'm like, do I really want to get it? I mean, what if it's not good? I kind of want to wait for other people on YouTube to get it, see if it's going to be good, and then get it. I don't know, like, it's probably really bad, but I'm just kind of like, do I need it? Am I that hardcore? Not really. I mean, the colors are, to me, more interesting than the Anastasia Beverly Hills, which, not knowing what I know now. So before I bought the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, I wasn't really that attracted to it. I was like, I don't like red on my eyes. Like, I don't know. But then I bought it and I was like, oh my gosh, this palette's amazing. And red does look red and pinks. They do look really good. But having not even tried the Subculture palette, it definitely is more interesting to me than the Modern Renaissance was before I bought it. Now Modern Renaissance is like my holy grail. Also, I kind of want to wait for the Subculture because I kind of want to buy it at Ulta so I can just use my points, I don't know. Maybe I'll go on Anastasia Beverly Hills website and see if they still have some available. And maybe if they have some available, I'll just, take it as destiny and get it anyway. I don't know. Sorry, off topic. So here are my swatches of the Manny MUA palette. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at swatching. And I just want to say, like, this, oh, there we go, okay. That does it way more justice. So this shade is beautiful. And then these two shades are beautiful. Luna's the one that I broke. This one's Cosmopolitan. Insomnia is pretty good. The worst one, honestly, is this one, which is Beaches and Cream is not very good. But that's okay. I think when you get this palette, if anything needs to be bomb, it needs to be like the jewel toned. Like the Insomnia one needs to be bomb. Otherwise, just no. So overall, do I think it was worth it to buy a damaged palette? I guess if it had only been nicked, I would say yes. But, I bought this before they released that the Subculture palette was coming out, and now that I think about it, it's like I paid almost as much. I don't know how much the Subculture is. I'm assuming it's $42, but I don't know that. If it is $42, then I paid almost as much for this palette. I think it's like nice to get to try something new. I haven't really tried too many of the Make Up Geek shadows. But I think honestly, if I could go back, I probably wouldn't have gotten it and saved my money to get Subculture. But I'll probably just end up getting both anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk to you guys about. I didn't see a lot of information about what does damaged entail, and I thought that making a video about, hey, just so you know, this could happen, just so people are informed, would be, so you just can make a good decision as a consumer. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to let you guys go now so I can go see if the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette is still available. And I will be sure to talk to you guys soon. Be sure to leave me a comment down below about what you think about the Manny MUA palette. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Have a great day, guys.